This podcast is brought to you in part by PNP Games, your online source for everything video games. Visit their website at pnpgames.com or at one of their 3 retail locations in Winnipeg, Manitoba. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Nintendo Pulse Podcast, episode number 78. As always, I'm your host, Lloyd Hannison. And I'm finding it impossible to be super high energy when this music plays. It's just like I want to get all pumped up and like, yeah, let's do this. And it's just like, listening to Wii Shop music. It's so chill.
It is. It's very chill stuff. Very relaxing.
Steven, you're here. Steven Munn joining me. Steven, how are you?
I think you only said my name 4 times.
Steven,
I think you need
Steven.
There
Munn.
you go.
Steven Munn. Steven Munn. Steven Munn.
That's me.
Awesome.
I'm here. Yes.
So
Yes.
how's it going,
Steven
Steven?
is here.
Munn.
The party can now begin. or podcast.
Yes.
We're
So,
all out of parties.
how the hell have you been?
Good. I've been really good. I'll get into some of the stuff I've been doing when it's in context a little later. But I've been having a really good couple of weeks, I think.
Good. That's good. Good weeks are better than bad weeks.
Yeah. How about you? What have you been up to?
It's been a little bit crazy with birthdays and family stuff, and Easter was absolutely insane. I'm just happy that there seems to be a little lull right now, so I can actually do things. Picked up a new machine that I'm configuring right now, so I got a new Mac that I bought specifically for the podcast. So spent a nice chunk of change to get things set up so I can do kind of what I really wanted to do here, but just wasn't possible for this laptop that I'm using to really do. So I'm super stoked to get that all set up, but literally that's probably going to be like 3 weeks away because I want to make sure that everything's done. I want to redo all of my templates for when I do the video streaming. So things look different. They're not all the same with just individual things on the bottom. Going to really do some work to make this make things a little bit different, which means it's going to take some time, but it's stuff I enjoy, so I'm not going to be complaining too much while I do it. So I'm really stoked about that. I'm really super excited, and yeah, that's about all that's new though. Been playing some games, doing some fun things. Snow's finally gone here in Winnipeg, so it's all good. It is all good.
It's nice to have the nice weather coming in. It's more summery, a little more springy, not quite so wintry.
Yes, exactly. It was. It's actually only 2 degrees Celsius right now. So the rain that we've been getting all day actually turned to sleet. So there's a little bit of like sleet happening right now, which is not so much fun. But yesterday was like plus 14 Celsius, that's like what, 55 Fahrenheit or something.
Yeah, something like that. Who cares?
C2F. yeah. I don't know this.
Yes, that's accurate.
It's 57. So yeah, it's been nice and warm, except for today it dropped. Of course, the day that we get the rain. So now we get snow, which I didn't want to see again. But yeah, that's what happens when we live in Winnipeg. That's enough about the weather. This isn't the weathercast, Stephen.
No.
What do we get into?
No, this isn't the forecast.
This is not the forecast. It is not the forecast.
No.
That was quick. Holy crap. I'm so lagging behind. Usually I'm the king of puns, but obviously not today.
I'm on the ball today.
You are. It looks like a chair, but it could be a ball. I'm not sure.
It's ball-like. It is a ball-esque chair.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get into the rest of the show. Steven, what have you been playing?
I have been almost entirely consumed by Disco Zoo, which shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone because when Nimblebit releases a game, well, that's probably not accurate because it's been this and Tiny Tower, and that's about it. But yeah, Disco Zoo, unbelievably fun and cute game. Have you played it, Lloyd?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it came out on iOS long time ago, so I've been playing that, and I have all platinum trophies or all diamond trophies for every one of the zoos.
Wow!
All the way to the newest one they just added. So yeah, now I'm kind of in I'm not playing it mode as I wait for new content to come out.
Oh, okay. I have maxed out the number of animals to 25 on all of the animals except for now I'm saving up for the time machine.
Oh yeah,
which is a DeLorean, I guess. With
yeah, it's funny.
With helicopter blades, and then after that, there's Ice Age, I guess, whatever the Ice Age thing is. But that's where I am. I just earlier today got the 25th. What was it? Phoenix, the 25th Phoenix.
Right.
So.
Did that just come out recently on Android?
I don't know. I don't know how long it's been out, but I only found out about it maybe a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when it came out on iOS. It's been out for a fair bit, but yeah, it's great. It was a fun little time waster. I had a little competition with my wife to see who could be the first one to get all diamond trophies. And I literally got the diamond trophy a day before her, the last one. And then like a week later, they released a content update that added a new zoo. And she had been playing after getting the trophy, like the day later, every day. So she had like 5 million coins saved up. So when the new patch came out, she bought it and proceeded to basically fill her zoo before I even was able to buy the zoo. And I was like, oh, damn it. You win this round. So she bested me in the end, like usual. She's vindictive gamer sometimes.
Who started the competition now?
That doesn't matter. That's not pertinent to the story right now, Stephen. Yeah. So
as long as we're clear on who started it, it only matters to you who won. Apparently.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. That's all. I have short-term memory, so I can only remember the last little bit of time. So stuff
only the part that makes you look good.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Except I lost, so both of them make me look bad in this case.
Right. That's true.
What am I gonna do?
The other thing, Animal Crossing New Leaf. I played that for a little bit on Easter because that's Egg Day in Animal Crossing, and collected the 6 different eggs and got myself an egg basket.
Ooh.
And
what is a basket?
Now I have another thing that means nothing, which is what my life is largely about. So that's okay. And I also I spent last Saturday in Midtown Manhattan. I went down to see Hedwig and the Angry Inch at the Belasco, which was fantastic, and I recommend it to anybody who can go see it. It was amazing. And then before that, while I was killing some time, I went to the Nintendo World Store.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, which was really, really cool. I went in and I got some merch.
Oh, that's a bag. That's a Bowser bag.
It's a Bowser bag. Yep. The first piece of merch I got was this Metroid shirt. I don't know.
That's how I roll.
This is how I roll. It's
nice.
And the other piece of merch I got was the Princess Peach Wii Remote Plus, which right about now is only available at the Nintendo World Store.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize it was a limited availability type thing.
Yeah. But I guess it's going to be coming available later on this month, or may already actually be available in other places such as Amazon, I think. But I don't know for sure.
Nice.
But that was a lot of fun, and the store was really cool. I was looking for a Peach plush for my daughter and wasn't able to find it, so instead I got her this Wii Remote, and she can use it when we play Super Mario 3D World.
That's awesome.
So that will work out really well.
Yeah, I've only been there once, and when I was there, it was before the Wii U. I guess the Wii was still pretty popular. 3DS was in its kind of infancy type thing, so I didn't even have it with me for Street Passes. I didn't even know if the 3DS was out when I went. I'm trying to think how long ago that was. But anyway, when I was there looking around, looking at the merch, I ended up chatting with one of the guys that were there and was talking about the podcast actually. And mentioned that I do a Nintendo themed podcast, and unfortunately he didn't know about it. He didn't hear about it, which I was like, oh, okay. But then he asked someone behind the desk. He's like, yeah, I totally listen to that every once in a while. And so I was like, oh, cool. A Nintendo store employee listened to the show because it's a Nintendo themed podcast. I think it was DS Life at the time, before they had merged into Nintendo Pulse. So that was kind of cool, chatting with someone that had listened to a few shows that I put out. I love the Nintendo World Store. I love New York. I'd love to live in Manhattan Island and just exist there. But I'm not a billionaire, so I cannot afford to do that.
Yeah, it can be very expensive. I was there from mid-morning until maybe 10:30 at night, and I spent a great deal of money.
Yeah.
And that's not even counting the $140 for the ticket to see the show.
Oh, jeez.
So
yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Everything there was worth every penny.
Oh, totally. Like I went to a Brazilian barbecue restaurant. I love Brazilian barbecues. They just keep bringing you meat till you tell them not to bring meat anymore. So that was always great. And I think it was like $100 a plate or something. Like it was ridiculous for dinner.
Wow.
But it's like, oh, you're in New York. You gotta spend New York money. So I did. It was great. Actually went there with Anthony Catanzaro, who was the co-host of the Touch of Gaming at the time. Met him downtown. He joined me at the hotel and with one of my friends. We were all there together, and yeah, we went out for dinner together and stuff. It was a lot of fun. I would just love to be there more often, but it's kind of far from Winnipeg, so getting there isn't the cheapest, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, if you ever, take a trip down again, make sure you let me know, because
totally.
It's only a couple hours away from me, and I love the city. I don't go there nearly often enough.
Yeah, I seem to remember like parking your car was like pushing $100 or something. Like it was ridiculous. And I'm just like, wow, how do people do this? Like, how is that a thing?
You got to plan it. You got to plan parking way ahead of time. You got to know where to go. And
well, I bitch when I pay $10 to park in an underground parkade, and people are just like, yeah, I put in this car park, and yeah, it's here. And it's like $100, and yeah, it's the way it is. It's like, what?
I paid $12 to park the whole day.
Nice. Well, that's much better than other parking that I heard of. Maybe the guy was exaggerating when he said $100. I don't know.
Oh, it depends.
I did not have a car.
Garages where you can pay more than $10 US an hour.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that can add up really fast.
Jeez, crazy. I love New York though. Cool. So besides visiting the Nintendo World Store, have you been doing anything else fun? Any other gaming related stuff?
Nothing else gaming related that I can think of. I've been doing a lot of reading. Getting back into that. I'm gonna Google. Is that a game? That is. I play that on this handheld device that I have right here.
Are you talking about a Kindle?
Yes.
Oh,
this is my Kindle.
Can you play Angry Birds on that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Just kidding.
This is just a Kindle. Yeah, the Kindle Fire, I guess, runs Android. So, but yeah. Lots of reading. I'm trying to collect back together all the little pieces of my life, all the little things that I used to do that I really enjoyed, the things that I've started to enjoy a little. I'd like to do them more, and just kind of reach into new things. So I have all these little pots boiling at the same time, trying all new things. And one of the things that I've gotten back into is reading. So I read pretty much every day now.
Nice.
I've plowed through some 4 books in the last 2 weeks. So
that's really cool.
Having a great time with that. So
yeah, it's good. I don't have enough time to do that, unfortunately. I used to read a lot more than I do now.
One of the things that freed up a lot of time for me.
What?
Getting rid of my Facebook and Twitter accounts.
See, I don't do that very much. I do it during the day because it's open when I'm working, but I don't really.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how much time they consume.
I guess so.
Those little notifications, looking at the notifications, responding to notifications, deleting notifications.
I have a Pebble, so I don't. It doesn't take much time. I look at my wrist, and there it is. I could do. Sure. I can even do all reading. It's fun.
Oh, well, there you
go. Yeah. No, my son is really taking up reading like crazy. He's 8 and he reads 100-page novels in like a day. Like he'll get home from school, grab a new book, read it, and he's done right away. So he's a big time reader. So I kind of feel bad because I don't read very often. Although I picked up, there was an ebook bundle that just came out. I'm going to find the name of it. I don't think it was a Humble one. It was. Of course, Google search or my email search is failing me right now. But it basically a bunch of gaming related ebooks. So there was one on the story of Minecraft and, and a bunch of stuff.
I picked that up, that bundle.
Yeah.
The story bundle.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So I've been going through a lot of those books as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So cool. So that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, for me, I haven't been doing too much on my 3DS. I've been playing just a very little bit of Bravely Default, but I've been doing a lot of Street Passes. A couple of weekends ago, I was at a retro gamer conference. So it was all people selling old retro game titles and all this stuff. But I managed to get like almost 30 Street Passes while I was there, getting a lot while just wandering around. So I've been doing a lot of that. I think I have 150 puzzle pieces left to go, so I'm getting there finally.
Oh, cool.
Which is great. But that's about it for my 3DS. What I've been doing gaming related, other than playing a little bit on my PS4, is I've decided to try to get platinum trophies, which if you guys aren't familiar, on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Vita, when you get all of the trophies or the achievements in a game, you're given a platinum trophy. Is kind of like you did it all. So it's kind of similar to getting like 1,000 gamer score if you're on the Xbox. But I managed to own pretty much every Lego game on my PS3. Most of them were bought. There was a sale at a store that was kind of discontinuing kind of the game section. They were going into a small aisle instead of a huge area of the store. So I think I bought every Lego game minus like 5 there for between $5 and $8. So I have a huge stack of Lego games that I haven't even cracked the cellophane on. I bought them originally because I thought my kids would love to play it, but they've been playing newer things and not really worrying about those too much. So I platinumed my first one yesterday. I got a platinum on Lego Chima of all games, which is on the Vita, which is even weirder, which is a port of the 3DS version of that Lego game. So it's like this weird title, but I picked it up on sale for next to nothing and platinumed that one. I'm almost finished the Pirates of the Caribbean, and then I'm going to be moving on to probably one of the Star Wars, and then go to something less fun, and then the other Star Wars, and then something else less fun. And just trying to kill all the games that I don't know, I bought forever ago and just haven't a chance to even play. So that's been my what I've been trying to do over the last little while. It's been a lot of fun.
Kind of working on the shrink wrap shrine.
Yeah, my pile of shame, shrink wrap shrine, whatever you want to call it. It's I got so many games that I picked up that were just like, if a game's on a ridiculous sale, I have a hard time not buying it. Which is the reason why I have so much stuff in my Steam library. It's like, it's only $1. I'll never play it, but it's $1. I gotta buy this.
Exactly. What am I doing with that $1? Certainly not buying this lot of games. I gotta change that.
I could go to Starbucks, or I could buy this thing 5 times. So let's
buy it. What are you
do
with $1 at Starbucks? Use the toilet?
I said 5 times. That's what I mean. So $5 at Starbucks. I could buy the same game 5 times if I really wanted to. That was a really bad example, but
it took a minute for me to figure that out. You do too much math. You're pouring too much math at me. This is why we play video games, Lloyd, because we're bad at math.
And obviously you're not reading math textbooks then in your spare time.
No, good. It's mostly high fantasy.
So yeah, I picked up so many old titles, so it's good to kind of get back and go through them, and I figure trying to platinum them all is a neat little personal goal to set for myself. The last one of those that I set was trying to play through all of the Legend of Zeldas on the Wii. So that's all the Virtual Console titles, and that was great until my Wii died. And then I lost all the games that I bought. And it was like, oh, damn it. Well, forget that. I'm not rebuying these titles. That was before there was even the hidden way to send your Wii to Nintendo and get them to move it over to a new console. So yeah, this one seems maybe a little bit more doable, except of course if my PlayStation 3 dies or something ridiculous like that, which now that I said it probably will happen. But that's been my gaming life over the last little while. It's been a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Those little personal challenges can be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I thought about starting one of those because I have a lot of games on my shelves that I have not completed, and I thought about challenging myself to finish all of them before buying any more.
Oh, good luck.
And then I realized very quickly that that's not going to happen.
I will be buying my next game in 7 years.
Right, that's probably what it would take.
Yeah.
And the next thing I plan to buy is Mario Kart 8. But I don't know. Maybe I could finish a couple of games between now and the end of May. But
maybe,
yeah,
maybe. Cool.
It takes less time to read through a big book. I could spend 2 evenings and read a giant, whatever I'm reading, and those games will take weeks. So
yeah, exactly.
Big
cool.
Difference.
All right. Well, what do you say we get into the rest of the show?
Okay.
All right.
I'm not doing anything else. So.
All right, let's jump right into notable releases. You dropped these ones in, Steven. Anything here you're picking up, or they're just there because you like them?
I thought about picking up Golden Sun. You have these GBA games that are appearing on the Wii U now, Virtual Console now. Nintendo's releasing a few of them every week. I thought about picking up Golden Sun because I used to have it on GBA and I played through it, and then I transferred my game over and played through Golden Sun Lost Age, and now I have Golden Sun Dark Dawn, but I've long since sold Golden Sun and Lost Age. But I hesitated before buying it and thought to myself, I don't really know if I'll play through it again. I think if I hadn't played it, then maybe it would be a good idea. But
Sure.
as of now, I think I'm going to pass. As to F-Zero Maximum Velocity on Wii U Virtual Console, I have F-Zero GX. I'd sooner plug that into my Wii and play that.
Sure.
It's going to look and sound and play a hell of a lot better than these old GBA ones. And Super Mario 3, I am completely Super Mario 3'd out, and if I wasn't, I have a complete unboxed copy of it for NES. I can plug into an NES and play it on the original controller,
Right.
and it'll feel a lot better.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
just not really feeling that.
Cool.
But Super Mario 3 appearing on both platforms at the same time, 3DS and Wii U, virtual consoles, $5 a piece.
Yeah, we need some sort of cross-buy, Nintendo, if you're going to do stupid things like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that you can't buy it once and play it on both, or buy it once and get a discount buying it on the other one. They're all
Totally.
linked now. There's no excuse except for greed.
Except for that would take work to program, and we don't want to do that on Nintendo's side.
Negligible.
Yeah, exactly.
They're already doing sales on other games periodically.
Totally. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. Cool.
Quacko's saying that Dark Dawn, Golden Sun Dark Dawn, which is the DS third Golden Sun game, is on his pile of shame. That's where mine is too. I got a copy of it used for very cheap, I think $10 or something like that, a while ago, and I don't think I've even booted it up once. I was so excited when a new Golden Sun was announced, and then I just didn't even get around to touching it. So
I think
that's me.
if I remember correctly, I think Golden Sun was the first game Kara, my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, bought me ever.
That's how you knew she was a keeper.
Yeah, she bought me a game. Yeah, that's some good releases on the Virtual Console. We also have some sales. Zombie U and Assassin's Creed are now $40 on the eShop, not $60. But as you put here in the notes, they are still much cheaper if you buy a disc-based version.
Yeah, you can get them for, less than $20 of 15, 20 maybe, or less.
I just saw it,
and that's brand new.
Exactly, sealed copy type thing. I just saw someone tweeting earlier today that they just bought a copy of Zombie U for $15 that day. So yeah, it's out there if you're willing to have a look and check it out. They're definitely there.
And those are like Amazon prices. You don't have to go to some obscure site you don't trust.
Yep.
Amazon, pay $15, get Assassin's Creed 4 or Zombie U.
Exactly.
I might pick up Zombie U at some point, but it's one of those things where I look at it and I go, oh, it's only $15. And then I go, I'm not going to play it. I don't have time. I got too much else going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my problem.
So, yeah.
I don't make that second step. It's like, oh, it's only $15. The caveat continuation of that sentence never happens. It's just
I used to be.
That's
I used to be that way. Now I use the money and buy ebooks that I read instead, or
it's probably
go to Manhattan and see an amazing show with Neil Patrick Harris.
Nice. Nice. Jealous. All right, cool. Well, let's move on. Let's get into our show notes, or the rest of our show rather. The first item is a big one. This past week, on April 21st, the Game Boy celebrated its 25th birthday. So it's now 25 years old, which is ridiculous. It sold over 118 million units of that model, not just the original one, but all of the actual Game Boys. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. So happy birthday, Game Boy. You're 25 years old, and you don't look a day over 23.
Yep. And we love how Nintendo is doing this huge thing for the Game Boy's 25th birthday. The 25th anniversary of Nintendo's dominance in the handheld gaming space.
Mm-hmm.
Every year for the last 25 years, Nintendo has been in charge. This has been their bread and butter. So clearly this is an important thing for Nintendo, and they celebrated this by... did they tweet about it?
Do you remember? I was hoping that maybe they did something and I just missed it.
I'm not on Twitter. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. You'd think there would be something huge that they would put up, like a website, something. But yeah, no, Nintendo really didn't do much, or not anything that I found. They might have tweeted. Yeah. I think they tweeted a happy birthday thing. But I did something for Nintendo's birthday. Besides pulling out my Game Boy. Or not Nintendo's birthday, the Game Boy's birthday. And besides bringing out my original Game Boy and looking at it, I got this new one. I'm showing it on the screen right now. It'll be a couple seconds late for people that are
in about 17 seconds. We'll all see it.
It is a iPhone 5 case that is an actual Game Boy. With actual physical, well, not physical buttons, but raised little rubber buttons that you can push almost. And it's this cool little iPhone case. So to celebrate the Game Boy's birthday, I have a Game Boy iPhone case for my phone, so I can think of the Game Boy every day when this stupid case gets stuck in my pocket, because rubber cases are terrible when you wear pants and want to put your phone in your pants. But yeah, here we go. Happy birthday, Game Boy. I got my own little one right here that can remind me every day. And everybody that I've showed this to says, oh, it'd be cool if it played actual games on the little screen. So now in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of a way that I can create a game case that has a little micro, like, Game Boy with physical buttons on the back of my phone. That would just be the coolest thing. But
why don't you just flip it over and run an emulator on your iPhone?
I could do that, I guess, but that's not the same. You need the little you need a game player connected to your phone. Instead of playing games on your phone, you actually talk on the phone on your game system. It's kind of like it's the hipster way of doing it, I guess.
That's kind of like if you're carrying around a hot dog. You realize that it's kind of like if you're carrying around a hot dog and you're hungry.
Yeah, so you go to the burger store,
like a cupcake on top of your hot dog.
That is a great idea, Steven. I'm going to try that.
And eat the cupcake, and just use the hot dog as a plate. That's what that's kind of like doing.
You use hot dogs for more than plates? That must be a weird New York, New Jersey thing, Steven. Up here in Canada, we just use our hot dogs as plates. That's all we do.
You clearly haven't had one of our hot dogs.
They're donut holders, actually. You just put donuts right on the end and you pull a donut and eat it. It's just that's what it is.
That's comedy gold, Lloyd. I'm not even touching that. This is a family-friendly show.
It is. I could go so much further, but I'm not. Moving on.
Right.
Nintendo announced something this week which they said they would never do. Which is kind of not super surprising because everybody thought they were crazy when they said it.
Yeah.
But Nintendo announced this week that
they're going to profit on the Wii U.
Let me do a quick Google search. No, that does not exist. No, they didn't. No. They didn't announce that. What they did announce is that Mario Golf World Tour is coming to your 3DS on May 2nd.
Okay.
So that's not crazy. But the other thing that they announced is that day one, there is going to be a season pass available, and there's going to be 3 DLC packs coming to this game. So on day one, you'll be able to buy a season pass, which will get you three DLC packs, which will have 2 courses and 1 character, and they're $6 each if you want to buy them separately, or $14.99 if you want to buy the season pass. So Nintendo said they would never do that thing, that they would basically ship day one DLC. They've already done DLC with Pikmin and some other things, and Mario on the DS, 3DS. They had that one, but yeah, it's weird. It is very, very weird for them to be doing this day one DLC. And if you buy the season pass, you unlock Golden Mario. And the difference between Golden Mario and, I guess, regular Mario's, whenever you hit the ball, you get coins for every yard that the ball flies. So I guess coins are used for something in game. So it's just a way to kind of cheat. So now it's kind of like cheating DLC. It's like buy your way to win DLC as well. So really kind of bizarre. I don't dislike this by any stretch of the imagination. I don't have any issues with this, but it's kind of weird to see Nintendo sort of jump in line with what everybody else is doing, when for the longest time they were never that company. They were all about the blue ocean and the long tail and other made up marketing mumbo jumbo that they did. So yeah, Mario Golf World Tour comes out on the 2nd, and you'll be able to get season pass for their DLCs. So yeah, what do you think, Steven? Day one
Well,
DLC on a Nintendo platform.
it's kind of in line with what they've been talking about doing for a while. They were talking about how they were going to experiment with with different business models for DLC and stuff like that. So I think it kind of fits. I mean, you pay $15 and you get three. That's what it is, right? It's $15 and you
Yep.
get three bundles.
3 packs.
You're buying them ahead of time.
Yep.
And then if you buy them separately, they're what, $6 or $7 each?
$6, yeah.
Is 6 each. So yeah, I remember it being like 18 total instead.
Yep.
It actually reminds me of what they did with the Street Pass games when they put the Street Pass games out, where if
Totally.
you bought them all, you
Yep.
got them for, was it 15?
I think it was
And
something
if
like
not,
that.
it was 20.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a better deal, I think, just in terms of just
The money.
ratios, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't really bother me. One of the reasons is I have no intention of buying Mario Golf. I know a lot of people are excited about this. People who like the Camelot golf games, but yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Adam Roffel was saying in the chat room that it doesn't bother him too much, but he's not a fan of the Golden Mario bonus item. That's a little bit a little bit strange, but hey, it's a little bit of an extra thing. It's fine for them. It's good that they throw in a little something extra in addition to giving you a discount.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like that it's actually as functional as it is. You know what I mean? It's probably better to have something cosmetic in there.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing about Golden Mario is everybody that owns the game will be able to download it for free once the third DLC pack comes out. So it's going to be, it's got kind of like a timed exclusive. So you buy the season pass, you get it right away. Otherwise, you wait to see, I guess it's the end of June, or sometime in June anyway, which is the Star Pack, the third one. And when that comes out, everybody will get it. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. There's 2 courses and a character in each one for $6. That's not bad, I guess. I don't dislike it. I'll probably be buying this game digitally and then probably getting the season pass as well, because I do like the Camelot golf games. But yeah, it's weird. Another thing that Nintendo said they would never do, and they're kind of falling in line. So if nothing else, this shows that Nintendo is kind of a change company, where they realize that maybe the Nintendo way isn't necessarily the best way, that things like this exist for a reason, and there's a market for it for the public. And Nintendo's nothing else if they're not a company that likes to make money. Like they like printing money with the DS. They like printing money with the Wii. The Wii U, 3DS started off really slow, and they corrected that course really quick. So this is just the next stop for Nintendo to scrape together some more cash. And I, for one, don't mind that personally. So yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be curious if Nintendo releases any statements on how many they've sold, how many season passes they've sold. The cool thing is you can try the DLC courses. There's going to be a trial tournament where you can actually try out some of the holes, I guess, in the courses and stuff. So they're being really gracious with how they're offering this up. They're giving you a character for free after all the stuff ships. You can try them all. So if you don't like it, maybe you're a kid that doesn't get a Nintendo eShop credit ever, except maybe on your birthday, and you get the odd game from your parent. That's going to be good for them, because they'll get some little extra content as kind of like little tasters while they're going out and playing the rest of the game. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do this with some of their other games that I'm more interested in, like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers.
I'd
offer
love
DLC packs, and then
totally.
I'd buy those.
What I'd love for Mario Kart would be battle arenas, that like constant flow of more battle arenas and tracks and things. But particularly the battle mode, like that the 4 courses it came with gets really boring really quick, and that's like kind of a mainstay in my house is playing the battle mode when Mario Kart comes out. So really interested to see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens with this DLC pack, the season pass, and kind of what else Nintendo has planned, because I don't know, they're not sticking to the tried and true Nintendo method that they normally do. So it'll definitely be interesting. All right, cool. Let's move on. Nintendo of UK announced something interesting. The online store for Nintendo UK is going to be selling 2 different Wii U bundles. So it's called the Mario Premium Pack and the Luigi Premium Pack. So each of these comes with a deluxe Wii U, so the black one with all the extra features. It comes with a copy of Mario Kart 8. It comes with, if you buy the Mario one, it comes with a red gamepad protector. If you buy the Luigi one, it comes with a green gamepad protector. The Mario one comes with the Mario Wiimote. The Luigi one comes with the Luigi Wiimote. They both come with a hat. Of course, Mario hat or Luigi hat, depending on which one you buy. And then a Mario or Luigi steering wheel as well with those ones. So if you buy the Mario one, you get all red. If you buy the Luigi one, you get all green. And it also is going to ship with the official Prima guide in the bundle as well. So that's a pretty darn big bundle for someone that is really excited about like Mario Kart 8. They on their website they say, "Are you Team Mario or Team Luigi?" You can pre-order it on the Nintendo UK site right now for £299, which I'm guessing is the same or almost the same price as the current one. I think it's $50 more or £50 more than just the normal bundle. So all that extra swag is gonna cost you £50, which things are really expensive there all the time. So I'm not quite sure if that's a good or a bad thing. We'll have to ask some of our UK friends to see what they think.
£50 of swag and a £10 box.
Exactly. There you go. Steven, the man with the one-liners tonight. What do you think of the bundle, Steven?
I wish we had offers like that here. Not that I'd be buying one because I already have a Wii U, but some kind of a Mario Kart bundle would have been really nice here in the US.
You think they've got to do it?
I don't know. I think that they should have announced it by now if they were going to.
Yeah. They
announced one in the UK. They can get Mario Kart 8 with a little blue shell statue, and
sure.
Nothing over here.
I guess the fact that this deluxe bundle comes with like colored Wiimotes and gamepad covers, like snap-on gamepad covers, means that it would probably be pretty easy for Nintendo of America to do this as well, because they're probably already coming out with a boxed bundle with Mario Kart 8 packed in. They would just have to add another accessory kit that's like, I don't know, it's either like blister packed or something that you have to open when you get home. But I mean, it definitely seems like something they should do. Like you, I already have a Wii U, so I'm not about to go and buy one, but I know a lot of people will be buying a Wii U just to play Mario Kart. Giving them a little bit of extra, I don't know, incentive to buy this upgraded version might be a good thing for Nintendo.
I'd like to see that too.
Cool. All right. Well, you just showed one of them off on camera, but we now have a plethora of, I don't know, customized Wiimotes that are available. So we already know about the Mario and Luigi one. Those have been available for a while now. The Peach one just came out. As Steven said, he picked it up at the Nintendo World Store. Eventually be coming to the rest of the world. Well, in the UK, they get something else that we don't get, and that is the Yoshi Wiimote, which looks incredibly cool. It's green. It has orange D-pad and orange buttons. The strap you have it's green with an orange accent. Looks really cool. So now we have the full family. The 4 Wiimotes are available or will be available for the Wii U, or I guess the Wii as well.
Yeah, it's just a Wii Remote Plus, so you can use it on anything, right?
Exactly. You can use it on your PC like a lot of people do. Hasn't been announced here in North America yet. I would assume that it would be, because I think wasn't the Princess Peach one announced first in Japan, and then it eventually was announced for here as well a few days later, something like that.
I don't know. I didn't follow with that in that kind of detail.
Okay. Well, it's something like that anyway. So I don't know. What do you think? What's up next? Are we going to get a Toad one? That's white?
I was surprised they did a Yoshi one instead of a Toad one, because I don't think there's any Yoshi games on the Wii U yet, are there?
Just Super Mario World or 3D World.
That doesn't have Yoshi in it, does it?
Didn't it have Yoshi in it? I'm trying to think back.
I'm aware of. I thought it was just
actually
Mario,
right.
Luigi,
did.
Peach.
Yeah, and the Toad. I don't think
Toad
Yoshi
and
showed up.
Rosalina.
So yeah, that is kind of weird. I guess Mario Kart 8 will have Yoshi in it.
That's true.
Smash will have Yoshi in it, so kind of makes sense. But yeah, like Toad would make sense. Wario and Waluigi would kind of even makes sense. Rosalina would make sense as well. A nice, like
Yeah.
a baby blue one, maybe. It's kind of neat for Nintendo to do this, but I mean, this stuff should have come out when the Wii was a hit. Like all different colored Wiimotes instead of you can buy the
Yeah.
white one or you can buy the white one. Oh, if you don't like those ones, we also have this white one for you.
And then later, here's a black one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, you've moved past the Wii. Oh, no, we made so many of these. Now we can't sell them. Darn. I picked up a black one when the Wii U came out just because I wanted to have a fancy Wiimote since I had a whole stack of regular ones, not the Wii Motion Plus ones. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Nintendo. There you go. It's more Nintendo.
I do like how that is. It's like you could just say, well, Nintendo.
Nintendo is
It's
so
like everyone
Nintendo.
knows what you mean.
They're
They mean-
the Nintendo-iest of the Nintendos,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, it's a noun. It's an adjective. It's a proper name. It's a brand. It's a statement of resignation.
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. This one kind of hit out of left field. I was actually trying to think of this game the other day, probably about a month ago. I was chatting with a buddy about weird games, and this one came up, but we couldn't remember what the name of it was. But we're like, yeah, remember all those crazy videos this guy would do? And he's like, yeah, and he was like threatening Nintendo, and then claiming that Nintendo was trying to like brainwash him, and then all this other weird stuff. We couldn't remember what the name of it was, but it's now back. It's called Bob's Game, all lowercase in quotes. So Bob's Game has been announced again, and it's a Kickstarter. The author of Bob's Game, Robert Poloni, I think is his name.
Yep, Robert Poloni.
Yeah, there it is. He wants $10,000 to make Bob's Game. If you back $20, which is the only funding level, which I think is a mistake. Usually you want to have a dollar one because a lot of people like to follow Kickstarters. They'll toss in $1 and see where things go. But $20 is the only one, and it says you'll get access to the full single-player campaign when it's available, a premium account for the online service, and access to special forum. So Bob's Game is coming out at some point. I don't know what exactly you're going to be getting. It doesn't seem to make sense to me when you read it, because it still is coming across like this guy is insane. Obviously he isn't, but it's still has that same sort of thing. He has a whole bunch of stretch goals lined up. So yeah, Bob's Game will be coming out. I guess it's going to be like a web-based game. I think is like it's hard to tell what it's actually going to be. But yeah, Bob's Game. If you wanted to relive the insanity that was the lead up to the developer trying to get his game on the Nintendo DS, if you wonder what came of it, it's now Kickstarter, and I don't know. I'm still confused, Steven. I don't really know what this really is. Did you have a chance to look at it at all? Like this,
I'm just glancing through it now, and
do you know? Like, does this make any sense to you, or is it still just as insane as it always has been?
Okay, so he's looking for $10,000, and he has a stretch goal for less than $10,000, and for that, he will give up on Bob's Game, go back to Michigan, get a job at Best Buy. It says, get my GED at night school and go to community college. I work my way up to a degree in computer science and get a job at a video game studio where I may someday work on my dream game idea, Bob's Game.
Yeah, I don't.
That is.
Yeah, it's basically, I guess you are getting the Java version of the game. Or something. It's an online version of Bob's Game. You can play it through the Java client, through what they're calling the ND world. Yeah, it's so bizarre. What else? What he wants is $10,000 so that he can build a hack van, which is a cargo or shuttle van fitted with solar panels, extra batteries, and a bed and workstation inside. It is extremely sustainable and turns out to be pretty common practice in Silicon Valley. This way, I can continue working on releasing updates for my game for the foreseeable future without having to worry about bills or a place to live. So really, he wants your 10 grand so that he can buy a van and go live down by the river somewhere.
Yep.
In a van down by the river. Yeah, it's so bizarre. I don't get it. But anyway, it's just as insane as it's always been. I'll post a link in the show notes. You guys can check it out. Bob's Game on Kickstarter. It's already been backed by 75 people for $1,500. I mean, I'd give him $1 if he had the dollar level, just to say, yeah, your insanity kept me, or your fake insanity kept me entertained back when this was a thing 5 years ago. But Bob's Game.
Bob's Game.
Oh, so bizarre. All right, let's move on. Some game announcements. We got an announcement this week of a new Fatal Frame game coming out, and also,
that's a shock.
Yeah. Like, what is Fatal Frame? Is that's still a thing? I thought Nintendo
Apparently.
gave up on that long time ago, but no. Tecmo, Koei, and Nintendo are going to be working together for the next installment on the Wii U, actually, which is interesting. So they're going to be Tecmo Koei is going to be expanding the franchise, so it's not just going to be a game. They're starting on a live action film. They're doing a lot of stuff around Fatal Frame. I was never a huge lover of the franchise. I thought it was kind of neat. It was kind of a fun thing to play. But I'm excited when an old game that I really dug is coming back from the dead. Maybe it saw itself in a camera. Maybe that would be how that would happen. But it's coming back. I don't know, Steven, do you like Fatal Frame? Are you a fan of the franchise, and are you excited for its I don't know, impending return?
I have never played a Fatal Frame game. I have never owned a video game console when a Fatal Frame game was released for it.
Okay.
Fatal Frame 4 came to Wii, but only in Japan. There were some people who made a fan translation of it or something like that, and you could hack and play it on your whatever. If you did a region thing. I think I probably would have gotten Fatal Frame 4 and played it on the Wii if they'd released it in the US. But neither Nintendo nor Tecmo has made any effort to make the games available to me, and I didn't play them on PlayStation when they were on there. So
yeah,
I have zero interest in a new Fatal Frame game, but War Games is good.
Totally.
And I know a lot of people really like Fatal Frame. I know Foreman is a Fatal Frame fan. Even if that wasn't
Foreman
the case,
Fatal
it
Frame
was
fan.
worth saying.
The Quad F.
Just for the alliteration.
You just did the Quad F alliteration. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm about the same way. I was never, like I said, a huge fan of the franchise. I've played a few of the games. I can't even remember which ones I played. And it was interesting. I'm excited to see something new come back, or something old, come back to become something new. That's a good thing. The whole expanding the universe to a movie, I don't know if it's that big of a game where that will actually be something that people will want, but hey, try it. You never know.
Well, the Japanese really like horror movies, and it sounds like the kind of thing that they would enjoy.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Another title that was just announced that is coming to North America. It wasn't just announced. Well, I guess it was. It was announced.
It was just announced to come to the U.S.
That's right. It was announced, I think, earlier this week, maybe on Monday, that Theater Rhythm Curtain Call will be coming sometime this year, and it's going to be $40. So it's the game that's already been out in Japan. Or is it out now? I think it is, right?
I'm pretty sure it came out a while ago in Japan. Last year, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I think. And it's going to be coming to the U.S. It's going to have everything that the Japanese version has. That's like
200 plus songs.
200 plus songs, exactly. A whole bunch of the other things. I wasn't sold on Theater Rhythm when I first heard about it. I ended up picking up the DS or the 3DS version I guess a couple months after it came out, and I was completely blown away. It was a hell of a lot of fun.
It's a cool game, isn't it?
Oh, it totally is. And the thing that got me to buy it, believe it or not, was the iPad port. I was like, I'm going to download the iPad port. I played it. I'm like, this is fun, but it's going to cost me $2,000 if I buy all the stuff on the iPad. That's insane. And it's like, hey, I could probably go buy the 3DS version used. So I went to the local game chain store in my town, not the good one that I talked about at the start of the show, but a different one that we like to not talk about. I went and picked it up, and I think it was like $25 or something, and I just had a hell of a lot of fun playing this rhythm game. So I'm really excited that Curtain Call will be coming to North America. We'll definitely be chatting more about that as we get further into its release. We'll probably find out more information about it at E3. It seems like a good place for that to come out.
I already put in my pre-order for it because you can already pre-order it at Amazon.
Nice.
I have the previous version, but it's actually cheaper to spend $40 on Theater Rhythm Curtain Call than it is to spend $25 on Theater Rhythm and buy all the DLC songs to get up to speed, because there is no volume discount on the songs.
No.
And at launch, Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy had, I think, 50 or 60 songs you could buy at $1 a piece, you know, on the DLC store. So, yeah, it's a better deal to just buy Curtain Call. Exactly.
Cool. So Curtain Call, it's coming out to the US, and that's a good thing.
Yes.
All right. Next up, you put this one in the show notes.
I did.
DuckTales Remastered, getting a digital soundtrack. Steven, what is this thing, and where can I get it?
You can get it at Amazon MP3, and it's the digital soundtrack to DuckTales Remastered. It's 47 tracks. It has the original NES chiptunes from the first DuckTales game for NES and the remade songs that were used in DuckTales Remastered. And I think that's a great deal.
That is a really, really good deal.
I'm surprised.
I would love to buy it just to get the chiptune stuff.
Yeah, I'm checking the listing now, and it says, I'm checking for pricing on it to see if they listed pricing yet, because I put this on here last week. Yeah, there's still no pricing listed. It says it'll be available on April 29th, which is 5 days from now.
And there's no price yet. That's weird.
There's still no pricing available. But if it's similar to, you know, the kind of thing you usually expect, it'll probably be $10, maybe $15.
Yeah.
And that's it'll probably be like $1 a track, and then it'll be $10 or $15 for the whole thing all at once. And that's what I will do. I'll buy the whole thing.
Totally. That totally makes sense. So
Cloud Player.
Yeah, like it's good. Release your soundtracks. I love buying soundtracks for games. I play them on the show. It's a good thing. Although I don't play them so much anymore, because since I put these videos up on YouTube, then I get content ID matches, and the videos go away. So, but I like listening to them. I like putting it on when I'm at work and I need to focus. I put on game music, and it helps me to get the task done. So, congrats to Capcom for doing that, getting this out. Hopefully it comes to other markets, because I don't use the Amazon MP3 store, because I'm Canadian and Amazon digital offerings are terrible up here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Jay Carlu says that he's seeing that it says $9.49. So I don't know where he's seeing that, but looks like it might be under $10 maybe.
Okay.
Mine says there's no price. Be the first to know about this when blah blah blah, that type of thing.
Yeah, mine's blank too. So
cool. All right, moving on. This is the last story for today, and it's more of a FYI kind of thing, and that is, if you've planned to jump on the Club Nintendo and order yourself a Wiimote cozy or a accessory bag or some other terrible physical product, or even some of the good ones that they have there, you can't. Nintendo shut down its ordering page for physical products until May 13th. So still another, I guess 3 weeks away, almost a month away. Or I guess not quite. It's 3 weeks away. You can't order physical products. You can still go online and you can buy the digital goods. So all of the games that you can order for coins. Up there right now is Mario Golf for the it's on the Wii and the Wii U. So I guess that's probably this. I don't even know which version this one is. I'm trying to look at it. It looks like it's a 64 Nintendo 64 version. Or if you want to get some of the other ones, like the I don't know, Art Academy or Grill Off with Extra Hand or Ultra Hand rather.
Ultra.
Or Aura Climber. There's a bunch of other ones there that are cheap, but those are the ones you can get from Club Nintendo. So I wonder what they're doing there. Maybe they're hit with the Heartbleed bug or something. So they're redoing their server architecture or something crazy like that. But yeah, you can't make physical purchases, or you can make purchases of non-physical goods, I guess is the better way to say that. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till May 13th.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long ways away.
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Exactly. All right, everybody, that's going to about do it for episode number 78 of the Nintendo Pulse podcast. We love that you love the show. We love that you listen to it, and we love that you subscribe. If you don't subscribe, head on over to iTunes or your podcast aggregator of choice and hit the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber already, you can do us a big solid by telling 2 friends about the show and getting them to come over and listen to it on their own devices and maybe subscribe as well. We post all these things up to YouTube, so you can visit us at youtube.com/VGPod. Subscribe there, and you'll get notifications when any new videos go up. If you want to see myself and Steven chatting while staring at the microphone or at the camera while talking to the microphone, you could do that as well on YouTube. Our main site is vgpodcast.com. Email us vgpodcast@gmail.com or call our voicemail line, which is area code 505 VGPodcast. Steven, thank you for joining me for yet another awesome episode of the Nintendo Pulse podcast.
It was my pleasure, Lloyd. And I have to show up because it will only be half as awesome without me.
That's true. There's usually not a show when one of us doesn't show up. So
So it's less than
it's
half.
100% more awesome.
100% less awesome when we're not here.
Yes, exactly. All right, everybody, that's going to about do it for episode 78. Thanks again for subscribing, and we'll talk to you guys in about a week's time. Take it easy, everybody.
Bye, everyone.